Hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sam and I am a personal trainer and online weight loss coach. Today, I just wanted to make an announcement, kind of a little who I am and what this is going to be about. So this is going to be episode 1 of my new series, and it's going to be a series based on my pre-prep. So what I do before prepping for a bikini competition. And there's going to be an announcement later in the video. And the name of the series is going to be The Beginning. And I just feel like this is the beginning of me really starting to take it seriously and really starting to see myself moving forward and progressing through doing well in the bikini competitions and really putting my all into it, which I put effort into the ones I've done previously, but I can't say that I put my all into the time in between my preps. And as you're going to find out later in this video, why what happens in between preps is more important than what happens during a prep. Why I decided to make this pre-prep video series, so this pre-prep vlog series, is because prep gets all the glory. You can go on YouTube and you see tons and tons of series about women starting their bikini preps and them going through their prep, the 12 or 16 weeks to get to their show. But you don't really see a whole lot of what goes on in between those preps, what happens in between shows. And that's really disappointing because what happens in between a show is honestly where progress is made and where you're going to make improvements and where you will actually see someone become better. And just because somebody isn't getting super shredded and super lean doesn't mean the process is any less exciting than those 12 weeks before a show. It's slower. You can see yourself lose weight much faster than you will see yourself gain muscle and make changes to your body. But it is bodybuilding. It is a type of bodybuilding, and the whole point of it is to build and shape your body. It's like building a piece of art that is you. So that's really cool. And it's just, a lot of people don't really know what it takes to go forward with the sport. They see the shredding, they see getting really lean, they see people getting on stage, but they don't see the dedication that comes in between those moments on stage. All right, so let's go into a little bit about my history with fitness and bikini competitions. I've always been kind of an athletic kid. I ran in college. I did cross country and track, which I loved. I still love running. And I feel like I followed the very typical progression of somebody getting into weightlifting and getting into bodybuilding. I started out as a runner. I will say this is probably different. I run because I like it. I ran because I enjoyed it. It was just something I've always found relaxing and just something I've always liked to do. I ran a couple marathons. First one was because somebody's like, hey, I'll pay for your entry if you train with me and run the race. And I was like, yeah, that sounds super cool. Let's just do it. And so that's how I ran my first marathon. I ran one that I failed at. It was in California, in Oakland. I trained for it. I thought I trained well for it. No, I was not expecting how hilly it was there. I think there's hills in Iowa. No. So failed. I only did half of it. And I was like, I'm done. I can't finish within the time that I needed to finish. Third one I did great. I've done a few half marathons. I've done lots and lots of 5K road races. And when I was first running, I was just running. I wasn't doing any strength training or anything like that. And then I decided I wanted to get in better shape. And then I did have a little bit of a period of time where I was like, let's see if I can be a little bit healthier. And I dabbled with being healthier, eating healthier choices. And I got into Shaun T's workouts, which are great to get started. They're a great introduction to doing more than just strict like running or biking or the elliptical, but essentially they're still cardio. I did progress. I did graduate to more strength-based workouts where I bought a program through, it was the Oxygen Challenge, and it actually had Ashley Kaltwasser She was one of the women that was doing the challenge, and I bought that and I started following that program. And that is really how I got into the more structured weightlifting aspect of everything. And at the same time this was happening, I was thinking about doing another marathon, and I was trying to decide if I wanted to do that or something new that was challenging. And a coworker was prepping for a bikini competition, and I was interested, especially since I had done that oxygen challenge and was introduced to Ashley Kaltwasser, who is very big in the bikini world. She won the Mr. Olympia bikini 3 times, 3 years in a row. And so I was debating on doing a marathon or prepping for a show. And I settled on prepping for a show. Really, that was how I decided. I just wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to do something hard. This was different, and I figured it could be fun. And that really, it wasn't all at once though. It took time. This didn't all, and I didn't like decide to prep for a show right that second. It did take time. I moved to California during this time, and I started my prep almost immediately after moving to California. So all this other stuff was happening before I moved, probably a year's worth of lifting, starting to get into it a little bit more. And then I finally made the commitment and made the actual decision to do a show. I've done 4 shows. I placed in all but my most recent show, which was 2 years ago in 2018. Well, it's almost 3 years ago now. But I placed top 5 in all of them but that most recent one, which was disappointing, but it was okay. I can totally see why I placed where I placed. And I took a couple years off saying, all right, I took time off after that, and I was like, all right, I need to build up my shoulders. I need to get some muscle added to be a little bit more competitive. And so I sort of did that. But I definitely could have been taking it more seriously. I could have been putting a lot more work. I could have had my diet honed in a lot more. And now we are here. Okay, so now we are here where I want to start taking it very seriously, where I really want to start making progress and seeing how far I can go with this and see how well I can do. Hey, Blackie, cat roaming around knocking stuff over. All right, and now we're here where the past year, past 9 months, I've been really wanting to take it more seriously and thinking I want to see how far I can actually go in bikini, if I can do something with it, if I'm capable of it, if I have the talent to get there. And I feel like I do have that potential. All right. And that leads me into my big announcement and what this whole the beginning series is going to really be about and what it's going to include. So my big announcement is I officially signed on with Team Elite Physique. They are a top bodybuilding competition prep coaches. They are very good at what they do. I officially signed up and I officially started Monday. And sorry, there's a cat right here again. Okay. I officially started Monday and I signed up with none other than Ashley Kaltwasser for my coach, which is super cool. Just to kind of, when I didn't really think about it, but it kind of went full circle because that's where I was introduced to this whole lifting and bodybuilding world. So it's kind of weird, but that's the big announcement. I am officially signed on and now a Team Elite Physique athlete. And so I am putting my nose to the grindstone and really, really taking this time seriously. My goal is to build for my next show, which hopefully it's going to be toward the end of 2021. So I have plenty of time to make progress toward my goal. And let's talk a little bit about what's different now that I have a coach for my contest preparation versus what I was doing before. Before diet, I was just doing my normal, just eat normal, fairly healthy, but we get fries every now and then, probably a little bit more than every now and then, spaghetti at least once or twice a week. but I am now on a meal plan that I am going to follow to a T. It is the best way, in my opinion, to make sure you know exactly what's happening and exactly where you need to go. And my training is a lot different than what I would normally program myself. I'm working out more days, and the workouts are styled differently than how I was working out. So it's all going to be a big difference, and I'm very excited, and I cannot wait to see the progress I make with the help of these top level coaches, and really that shift in my mindset of how serious I want to take this is what is going to fuel me there. Because even if I hired a coach, but my mindset still was like, meh, there'd be days where I wouldn't follow the meal plan, like, because it's easier not to. We do have company coming in a week, and we're going to be out and about, and I am planning on sticking with it and not missing any of my workouts, not going off my meal plan, and I will still enjoy it because the whole point of someone coming to visit isn't food anyway. It's to visit and go do stuff that's fun. But yeah, the biggest differences are just my meal plan instead of just kind of regular healthy eating, and working out quite a bit more. So my volume was going up a lot. Thankfully, I started a run streak on January 1st, and I did get to keep running in my program. So the streak is still alive. I can't say for how long that will go on, but I'm going to do it as long as possible. But I am going to leave it up to my coach. I'm going to leave it up to Ashley to let me know if that is going to continue to be okay. And if she says I need to cut back, or if she says I need to change it, I will, because that is why I hired them. I think in a different video, because otherwise this one's going to get way too long, I will talk about the differences between prep and pre-prep. So not being on prep, what happens in between a show and in between those preps. So if you want that video, please comment below and let me know you'd be interested in what the differences are between prep and pre-prep, and then the time even before pre-prep. And then I can go into what those differences are. Okay, so what is the beginning series going to encompass? We are going to talk about food, workouts, cardio, and then how all of this impacts my normal everyday to day activities. So work, fun, everything like that. And really just the effort and what it takes to get to where I want to be with my competing and with my focus and goals as an athlete. Let's talk a little bit about what my goals are, and then we'll be done, and that will be it. So my goal is to qualify for a national show. I was very close on my second show that I ever did. I placed third, and you need to be top 2 to get qualification for a national show. So that is going to be my goal, hopefully within the next 1 to 2 shows. I would really, really, really like to become nationally qualified. And what that means is you can go to a national show, and that is where all the best of the best compete, and the people that win at those shows get their pro cards. So first step is to just qualify for the national show, a national show. So that is my goal. That is what I'm focusing on, is just qualifying right now. And then when that happens, we can shift our focus forward. I'm looking at a show toward the end of this year. So that gives me about 8-ish months to get ready. So half of that's probably going to be spent growing, and half of that will probably be spent prepping. My goal was to give myself enough time to work with Team Elite Physique to actually make the changes that matter. Because like I said, what happens in between preps is where you're really going to see changes and really see progress being made. And I wanted to give myself that chance to actually make real progress with the people that know exactly where I need to make little tweaks, where I could use improvements. There's obvious ones like my shoulders definitely need to grow. But really looking at my legs, I'm not 100% sure. Probably glutes, probably hamstrings, I was thinking. But I also have a little bit of, I like to lift kind of heavy and work on strength. So I had trouble letting some of that go. Hiring a coach makes it much easier because they're objective. They're an outside party. And when I give authority to them, I'm just going to listen to them because that is why I hired them. So I'm very excited to see what this year brings. I'm super stoked to see how much progress I can make. And I am really excited to get back in the saddle and really start taking this all seriously. I had a couple years off that were more relaxed, but I'm ready to just focus, put in the work, and see how much improvement and how far I can go and how awesome it can be. So I hope you are excited to join me on this journey, the beginning of my journey to becoming a national qualified bikini competitor. And that's it. That's my big announcement. I am officially hopping back on the dedication and working hard saddle with Team Elite Physique, which is super exciting, with Coach Ashley Kaltwasser. So thank you. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning into episode 1 of The Beginning. Please don't forget to hit like, don't forget to subscribe and comment below. All of that helps me out quite a bit, and it helps me know that you are enjoying my content, and it gives me a little bit of support. In the comments, let me know if there's anything you would like me to discuss. It can be prep related, it can be pre-prep related, anything you want me to talk about nutrition or fitness related. Moving forward, these are going to be more vloggy style, but there will be times where I sit down and just chat. Like I said, I'm going to do one about the differences between prep and pre-prep, and then even a little bit before that. So like what really goes on in between shows, and how that's different than what goes on in that 16 or 12 weeks right before a show. But yeah, show me some love and let me know in the comments what you want to see more of. All right, I will see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Peace out, peeps.